Today we're going to cover installing a SpeedBead sight on a Remington 870, 1100, and 1187 shotgun. All three models require the exact same process for installation. As usual, you're going to start out by making sure your firearm is on safe. We're going to make sure that the chamber and the magazine are both empty. Once we've completed that, we can begin the process by removing the buttstock of your shotgun. With the butt pad removed, we can now remove the stock. Go ahead and remove the nut holding it in place, as well as any other hardware that might be in your stock. You can now remove the stock completely. Slide it off of the receiver, and then you can test fit your SpeedBead mount to the stock itself. Relief cuts will need to be made for the prongs and the spider legs of the mount. Go ahead and mark where those prongs are, either by scoring or marking them with a Sharpie. Using a cutting device on a rotary tool, we're now going to make those relief cuts. Remember, in this case, less is more. You can always go back and recut. As you can see, we've made those relief cuts. Now our prongs will sit directly into those reliefs. You can now slide your SpeedBead onto the stock itself, then the stock and the mount onto the receiver. Now you're going to replace the hardware that you took off your stock originally. Now replace your stock nut. You're going to make sure that everything is lined up correctly, the stock as well as the mount itself. Tighten the stock nut fairly tight. You're going to ensure that there are no gaps between the stock, the receiver, and the mount. Using the provided Allen wrench, tighten up the wedge screw located in the base of the mount. This will ensure a solid, movement-free installation. If you choose to use the risers provided with your SpeedBead, you can now place those on top of the mount. Now place your gasket on top of the riser or on the mount if you chose not to use the riser. Install the CR2032 battery into the bottom of the fast-fire sight. Now place the entire unit on top of the mount. Using the appropriate length screws, attach the fast-fire sight to the mount. To adjust your windage and elevation of your red dot, you first need to begin by loosening the lock screws on the back of the sight. You can now adjust your elevation on the top or the windage on the right hand side. For a more precise adjustment of your red dot sight, you can use the adjustment disc by simply sliding it onto the shaft of the screwdriver. Using the edge of the sight as a reference point, you can now adjust your sight precisely. Having made all the appropriate adjustments, make sure to relock the set screws on the back of your sight. Placing the protective cover on the top of your fast-fire sight completes the installation process. I hope it's been a help.
Hi, I'm Scott Robertson, 21-time All-American, here to tell you about an amazing advancement in optics for wing shooting and clays. It's the new SpeedBead from Burris. SpeedBead sight mounts in exactly the right spot, low and in line with your natural shooting position. SpeedBead eliminates the need for perfect form, yet creates a consistent sight picture for more accurate, confident shooting. Good. This tiny sight makes shotgun shooting faster and more accurate for everybody. More speed equals more hits.